We've never been in your shoes, but we're playing the game of life. We'll chase away all your blues with a laugh and a toast to your strife. Never have I ever, never have I ever, starts now.
All right, and welcome to the third week of Never Have I Ever, the podcast where we take your questions, your needy questions to us. People who have never, ever been in your situation. But
God willing.
Yeah, God willing. But nevertheless, think that we have the advice and the superior knowledge of your advanced situation to make it better for you. And guess what? If not, it's not our lives that we just fucked up.
Yay!
Anyways, I'm Tim.
I'm Tom.
And we got a couple questions here pulled off from Yahoo Answers based on the fact this is a brand new podcast. We don't necessarily have a phone bank of questions that we can go to. However, we do have an email, don't we, Tom?
We sure do.
That email is neverhaveievershow@gmail.com.
And we promise we'll keep you anonymous.
We also have a Tumblr account and a Twitter account where you can find all the latest podcast information, the uplinks for the show itself, as well as curious reminders that we are here to serve and help. We're like the police, but we're not going to beat you up because you're a minority.
Oh, man. All
We'll
right.
beat you up for other reasons.
Yeah, like for your lunch money.
Or if you're a Blackhawks
Like
fan.
what you... Oh, Blackhawks. I'm glad you said Hawks at the end. Instead of just letting it lie.
No, fans of the hockey team.
Right, of course.
The only two that I like are CM Punk and Kevin Smith. They can stay.
They're the only Blackhawks fans you likes?
As far as I know.
You don't like our favorite bartender from back home?
Oh, yeah, Terry.
Yeah.
Good for him.
There it is.
Anyways, if you have questions, you can send them to our Tumblr ask box. I believe it's neverhaveievershow.tumblr.com, or you can send them to that email account, neverhaveievershow@gmail.com. We'll keep it anonymous, we'll keep it fresh, keep it relaxed, and help you get on your way to becoming an adult, because I'm an adult. Tom, are you an adult?
I wish I wasn't.
Yeah, well, yeah, we all wish you weren't. But we're both adults, so we're going to take a positive spin and help you live an easier life. Are you ready for question number 1, Tom?
Let's get to it. Hit me with some knowledge.
I'm 22 and still live with my parents. I've been with my boyfriend for a year and want to move into his house with him and his roommates. My family is Catholic and believe it is wrong because we are not married. They would rather me find a place to live by myself, but I can't afford that. Sharing a place with him would be more manageable and I can actually be more independent. But that does not matter to them for the above reason. What can I do?
What can you do? Well, you're an adult, and are your parents going to disown you? I hope not.
They're Catholic, of course they are.
Yeah, but I feel like they wouldn't just like straight up stop talking to their daughter over this. Like they...
It depends on how devout.
Yeah, guess. Can you divorce your parents? Like, can you...
She's 22, Tom.
Yeah, so she doesn't...
You can't divorce your parents when you're no longer part of, like, their hierarchy.
Exactly.
Like, 17 and younger, it's called emancipation.
Right, the Emancipation Proclamation.
Absolutely not. Abraham Lincoln did not fight a war so you didn't have to be under the guise of your parents.
He didn't?
Absolutely not.
Everything I learned about history was wrong.
I'm not even going to dignify that. However, yes, if you're under 17, you can be emancipated. But over 17 or 18... It doesn't fucking matter what your parents think.
Right. I mean, I love my parents, and
when Tom moved into a house with like 4 other guys, they were a little hesitant, but they let it happen.
Right. They're like, this isn't the Christian way. We really wish you lived in a house.
Is it the Christian way or the Christian Grey?
Ooh la la.
In the butt.
Chains and whips.
His name's Christian Grey, right?
Me. What?
Is his name Christian Grey?
I thought it was Christian Bale.
Huh?
Batman!
50 Shades of Batman.
Batman with whips and chains. Oh, I'm gonna whip you, Joker. I'm gonna whip you so hard.
Where's Rachel?
Where's Rachel? I need her to peg me.
Oh.
Yeah, I went over the line. Go
Yeah,
me.
you're just creating a Rule 34 of sadness.
Self 5.
Because then I started imagining Citizen Payne instead of Citizen Kane, and then he just sits there yelling, Rosebud!
Oh, man. So anyway.
You're 22. Do what you want.
Yeah, I would say do what you want. Move into this house with your boyfriend. You seem to have a more pragmatic view of it. Like it's going to be more economical, more fiscally responsible.
Yeah,
There's
it's
going to
not
be-
so much I want to bang my boyfriend 7 days a week without my parents judging me.
Yeah, there's another person. I mean, you can still bang whether or not it's just you two or 4 people in the house. I would say the number of people in the house doesn't matter.
That's not the reason why she's moving. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
right.
that's not the defining characteristic of this house is like, my parents won't be here. We can bang all the time without judgment. But it's like that's not what that's about at all.
Right. Yeah, I would say move. Just like I think I was saying I love my parents, and I take their advice on things, but I definitely don't consider it gospel truth. I don't say that I know better than them. They certainly know better than me on some things, and I feel like at the same time it's my life, so I'm going to choose to do what I want, and they have supported me throughout everything, which is amazing and great. So yeah, never have I ever been in this situation, because mom and dad love you. Hope you're not listening, because if you are, turn it off. You'll disown me after this.
Mom, turn it down.
No, not even down, just off completely.
Go to another website.
Go no further. I honestly don't think I'm going to tell my parents that I'm doing this. Actually, I mean, I'm going to post it on Facebook, but
You can block it from your parents.
Yeah, or I can just like put in a caption like, family members, do not listen to this. Like my grandma's on Facebook. I don't want her listening to this. I just talked about Batman getting pegged.
Yeah, you did.
Which she probably doesn't know what it is.
That's why I'm not friends with my mom on Facebook.
I mean, my parents aren't, but my grandma is. Well, my dad is on Facebook. Anyway, still digressing. Bringing it back. Yeah, move out. Move in with this person. I believe your parents are still going to love you. I don't think they're that devout where they're going to say that they're going to choose God over you in this situation. At least I hope not. If they do, sorry, your parents kind of suck.
It's like getting a tattoo. You're going to go out there. Your mom's like, I don't want you to get a tattoo. That's your body. You need to treat it like a nice, clean slate. But guess what? When you turn 18, you go out and you get the tattoo anyways. You come home, your mother's furious. But guess what? Eventually, your mother starts to love you again. And it's not that she starts to love you again. It's that she stops hating you. This isn't one of those situations where I feel like she's just going to grab the meat cleaver and chop you off here. I feel like it's one of those things where she's going to feel a little slighted. But it's 2015.
That's actually pretty. Like my mom really doesn't want me to get a tattoo. I don't know if I will ever.
You're gonna get that Tough Mudder tattoo, so you can get a discount.
I've certainly considered.
Tough Mudder.
I've certainly considered getting tattoos, and whether or not my mom wants me to or not, I kind of don't think about. I'm more just like, I'm gonna get this for me. Mom will just have to accept it. Same thing. I think my parents are a little bit traditional in that they would like me to get married before I move in with someone. Just that's what they did. They got married before they moved into or started living together. But I think that they're open-minded enough to say it's 2015. This is just kind of how people do it now. So this is what's going to happen, and we just have to accept it.
So you think that she should just grow up, move in with her boyfriend and his roommate, save a little bit of money, and learn to be independent? And
I don't think she needs to grow up. I think her parents need to grow up.
Well, I just meant grow up as in not be living with your parents.
Yeah. Yeah, move in with your boyfriend, and your parents will hopefully eventually tolerate it. Boom. Done.
So succinct. So succinct.
We're pretty fucking killer at this.
Are we?
I'd say so.
I say this is like Growing Pains with Alan Thicke. He's the one who's like 80 years old banging models. And his son is the douchebag one who's like 40 and cheating on his wife a lot, I think. I don't know. All right, next question. So my friend and I have known each other for about 8 years. To be honest, we've never been close, but recently after going to the movies with her, she started calling me her best friend and asking me to hang out with her a lot. We really don't have anything in common. She's more of a girly girl and loud, and I'm pretty shy and mainly just wear t-shirts and jeans. Lol. You could say, stop being a bitch and just hang out with her. It's not that I'm trying to be one. It's just that when we do hang out, she does most of the talking, and it's mainly about her and her things. Even if I try to change the subject, she still finds a way to make it about her. Then sometimes she can get a bit bratty and bitchy. I honestly don't want to be in this friendship anymore. And friendship was in quotations. I've tried avoiding her text, but then she'll just DM me on social media. I guess I can block her, but I don't know if this is a bridge I want to burn. Please help. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. How do I back out of this friendship I realized I didn't want to be in the first place?
I'm sorry, I missed it. How old is she?
It doesn't say. They've known each other for about 8 years, but it sounds like they're in high school.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to guess that if they're in high school or even college, you can just fade away. Just become a ghost. Like, you stop.
What's it feel
Like to be a ghost. Bam, 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 bam. Getting pop punk and emo up in this bitch. Bam, 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 bam.
Tom heard that song for the first time in like 6 years, and he's getting nostalgic.
Yeah, it was a good shower tune.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. That and, us sharing the loofah, it was pretty great.
Anyway, so she's
But
probably...
you're saying she needs to do like the slow fade?
Yeah, so you've already stopped texting her. You already stopped ignoring.
Well, she said she ignores the text, but then she gets like DMs on another social media, and that just kind of throws everything backwards. Because with DMs on social media, you can tell exactly when people get it. It's like a read receipt.
Yeah. Oh, God, those suck.
Why? They don't suck. You
Read
tell when they
receipts?
read your message. You just don't have to have one.
Oh, yeah,
If you don't have read receipt on, they can't tell when you read their message.
right.
That they're not terrible. I just think that's for like really, really weird people.
Yeah, like I always have mine off because I don't want people to know when. Just because, like,
I like to pretend I was taking a nap and didn't want to confront this situation.
well, sometimes it's that, and sometimes it's like I read it, but I'm busy at work, so I can't respond. But the person's still like, "Well, you read it." so-"
Especially if it's a group chat.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I get those all the time, and I'll just like go take a nap or go play Grand Theft Auto or something else and just like zone out and come back to it like a half hour later and just like insert one phrase like, "Oh yeah, I was here all along."
I was just being the quiet kid in the corner.
That's me in the corner.
So, anyway.
So you think she needs to do the slow fade?
Yeah, it might not. It's not going to be an instant thing, but you've already started ignoring the text. She messages you on Facebook or whatever. Maybe you just ignore the first one. Maybe you respond to the second one. Respond to the third one. Then when she sends a fourth thing. But these are all like separate occasions.
But here's a hint. On Facebook, if you're on like the mobile or the desktop browser and that thing pops up, you can just X out of it and they won't see that you read the message.
That's true.
Until you've clicked into the flashing window, it doesn't say that you've read it.
Right. So you can kind of read the first few lines and then decide, I don't want to respond to this. And then you wait the next day, 2 days later, she sends you another message. You respond to that one. Excuse me. You just kind of vary it a bit. And then eventually you just kind of stop hanging out. I mean, high school friendships and even some college friendships, like, the friends that you make at orientation day are usually not the ones that you're going to have.
But they're the ones you get drunk with on the first weekend of school.
Yeah. Like I'm still friends with one or two of my orientation friends from college, but that was it. Of all the people I met at orientation, only a couple like survived friendship with me.
Did they die?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes. I gone girled them. I don't know how that movie ends. I've never seen it. But
I don't even know how that movie starts.
I'm assuming
I'm just
I
going
used
on the
that phrase
title that you
right.
buried them in your freezer.
So anyway, our friendships don't have to last forever. Sometimes you just end up getting a shitty one, and it's like, man, this kind of sucks. You just kind of eventually lose touch. Like, you stop talking for a bit, you stop hanging out as often, and eventually that person stops texting you to hang out, you stop texting them to hang out, and then that's it. I mean, I had one of my really good friends in middle school. We kind of stopped talking throughout high school, and he's married. He has a kid on the way now. I haven't talked to him since college started.
I was guessing who it was, but I think I might have been wrong.
Yeah, I'm not so sure what you. I don't know what that.
Never mind.
You did like a YMCA thing.
Not
then-
exactly what I was going for at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
See that and this?
I don't understand.
Jesus.
You just like gave yourself a high five. You're
The
looking
Stormin' Mormon, Tom.
No, actually, no, not him.
See? That was a good reference.
I still don't understand the reference.
He's good at high fives.
Oh yeah,
That's
he was.
the thing with him.
He was amazing at high fives.
He would give you painful high fives.
Yeah,
To the point where you were always learning to hold things when he was walking into a room.
I think Garrett bled once. Like he
Yeah.
high fived him and then started bleeding.
Yeah.
I'm not even. That's not even a joke. Like
No,
I think that happened.
I'm 100% like on the same boat here.
Yeah. Anyway, not
I
him.
would learn to carry stuff when he walked into a room. I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got textbooks, no high five."
Anyway, but yeah. So you just kind of, unfortunately, stop being friends with these people, or you just lose touch, which is okay. I mean, it's fine. You don't have to be friends with the same person you were friends with when you were little, when you were a kid.
You gotta start this like a levee or a break wall. What's the point of a break wall, Tom? Put a bunch of rocks out there so
To
that way you
walk on?
break up the undercurrent. What?
Oh, I thought it was to walk on during the summer, and like watch
No.
the sunset from.
And get rescued by the Coast Guard because you're a fucking imbecile.
I mean, I didn't say get drunk or get sun poisoning out there.
No, but you get out there and the wind picks up in the waves and you can't get back in time and the Coast Guard has to go out and save 6 people like they did yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, how fun.
But no, you got to start by you got to cast your first stone into the I don't want to hang out with you anymore. And I've done this before with people. It's tough because you just want to look at them and be like, "Stop talking, never text me again. This was a mistake."
Yeah.
But instead, you got to just throw the cold one out there when they're like, "Hey, do you want to go to the movies?" Just be like, "No."
I think I'm busy that night.
No, just say no.
I'll just say
Just
no.
start with a no.
Don't even make sense or
Yeah.
an excuse.
Drug abuse resistance education them. Just say no. And then they'll be like, "Well, I mean, do you want to hang out some?" No. I'm good. I mean, try not to just say no. Come up with another way that just says, "I'm not into that."
Oh, so maybe like
Because if you keep making excuses, what you do
maybe
is
like
you open yourself to them saying, "Oh, can I go there?" Because if you're going to be like, "Oh, you know what? I'm going bowling for Ryan's birthday." They'll be like, "Oh, yeah, I heard about that. I'll see you there."
right. No, but an excuse could be like, sorry, I'm just not feeling it tonight, or I'm not really into that movie.
You see, when you put the tinge on the word like tonight, you invite them into asking again. Just say no.
True.
Just come up with a way it's like, "Nah, I'm good. Nah,
all right.
I'm good."
All right.
Show them your lack of interest, and eventually they'll show it back.
Okay, gotcha. They'll match your energy.
I hope so. I've tried it. I mean, it's worked kind of so far.
Yeah, and everyone hates you now.
They do. It's part of my learning process. All right, next question, Tom.
All right.
I proposed to my now fiance about 5 months ago. With the marriage coming up in roughly 4 months, okay, never mind. Re-emphasize that one. I proposed to my now fiance about 5 months ago, and the marriage is roughly 4 months ahead. After proposing to her, though, I began to take a good look at those married couples closest to me, and others in general. Is it normal to not want to get married anymore, to avoid having a fat wife? That's a real question, by the way.
It's a scientific fact that as soon as you get married, you just get fat. Like you had a super fast metabolism, you're a super scrawny person, you exercise before the marriage, but then as soon as you get into the marriage, you still eat all the same stuff, you still have the same metabolism, you still work out as much, you just get fat. It's inevitable. It's hard. Sorry, bruh.
So you're taking the automobile excuse into this. You're just saying, like, the second you take that down the aisle, it's depreciated half of what it was worth, and it's just going to become more and more worthless the longer you own it.
Yes, exactly.
You're a fucking monster.
People have a worth, and it's consistently deteriorating until they die. Yeah, let that sink in.
because when old people die, you get their inheritance, and you get money out of it. They have a value. It's just an inflated value.
Well, maybe some of us don't have grandparents with inheritance. Did you think of that, Richie Rich?
Ho, ho, ho. I'm going to hang out behind the Mount Rushmore with my secret cavern because I actually watched that movie a lot.
I didn't even understand that reference, even though I started it.
It was a movie called Richie Rich
Anyway.
with Macaulay Culkin. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
The guy from Home Alone.
Right.
Yeah. He plays Richie Rich, and like his family has $1 trillion. His dad's the first trillionaire.
Oh my God.
Right?
Anyway, what was the question again?
It was he doesn't want to get married anymore because
Hashtag
he
more
sees,
money 2015.
He doesn't want to get married anymore because he's looking around at all these couples and he doesn't want to have a fat wife.
Right. So
Just don't get married, scumbag. Jesus Christ. You get married because you love a person, not what the person looks like. If you're that into what they look like, don't get married. Get yourself committed, like to an asylum.
adjust your attitude. Understand. I also look at the different couples. Like, take stock of who you've looked at. All right,
Look at her mother.
Well,
That's the start.
Let's say you're 25. Your fiance is 25. Okay, the couple you're looking at is twice your age. They're 50 to 60 years old. They're the ones that are kind of fat. They have so many years on you. Their metabolism has gone way down. They've stopped working out. They've stopped exercising. It's just been a natural decline. And you also look at their lifestyle. Like, they eat McDonald's 4 times a week. These are all things you need to take into consideration when you're comparing your relationship to someone else's, and also comparing your physical looks to someone else's. So first off, start with that. If you still say that your 25-year-old friends who have gotten married at this point have all gotten fat, try to beat the odds, I guess. Not even odds.
Make it a reality show. Married and not fat? Question mark. Come to TLC. It's going to take over for the Duggars.
I was going to guess on them coming to on TV.
Ugh. Right after Teen Mom is married and not fat.
Yeah, exactly.
No, after Teen Mom's now Catfish.
I haven't watched Catfish in so long.
I love Catfish.
It's so good.
I had a friend who lives in Georgia, and she and I used to like text all the time through Catfish, and then she got a real job, so then she couldn't stay up late anymore, and now we don't talk about Catfish, so I kind of stopped watching.
That's sad. Anyway, just try to do things that won't make you or your wife fat. Also, think of that. You might be the one who's getting fat after marriage, and she might be the one being super skinny and saying, "What the fuck did my husband just do?
Dude,
I'm no longer
King Henry
attracted to
VIII
him."
was the grossest human being in the world, and he had like 8 wives.
He was also rich.
He was also the King of England. And
So
he also
become the
murdered-
King of England.
And he also murdered each preceding wife.
All right, don't do that. Don't murder your wife.
Now he's a polygamist.
Um,
Now it's a train wreck.
Yeah. So, anyway, I think I've said everything.
Yeah, just don't be a dirtball. If you're that worried about what somebody's going to look like in 10 years and that's affecting your decisions today, then maybe one of your decisions today should not be to lock yourself into a commitment that far down the road.
I mean, it might also just be a little bit of cold feet, but he's just using this fat excuse as a way to just kind of
Bad
get out.
excuse.
Maybe get
It's
out
so
of it,
shallow.
but also
It's so shallow.
it's like you notice one thing about a person that you don't like, and then as soon as you notice that one thing, you notice 5 other things that never bothered you before. But now you're like, oh my God, what if this happens? What if this happens? I don't like that she does this.
It's about whether or not you're willing to sell the things that kind of bothered you for eternity.
Right. I mean, I think that he might just be getting into his own head a lot.
I think this guy's just kind of a douchebag.
I think he's a
like,
little bit both.
This girl's hot, but her mom's kind of not. But if I marry her, maybe I can keep her, to not look like her mother. Well, guess what? It's called genetics. What does your father look like? I bet your father doesn't look that great, so stop selling yourself so high up the food chain there, tiger.
His father is actually like a huge muscle builder guy.
His father is actually the guy who's doing the insanity that we try
Yeah,
to follow
yeah,
every
his
day.
dad
That we're still recovering from 2 hours later.
His dad is Sean T.
Get a new dad.
Oh my god.
Call him
Imagine Sean T as a father. Like, you're a kid practicing for soccer practice. Like, go! Come on!
No,
Run!
at that point, I'm calling up Maury Povich, and I'm giving him all the money in the world to find me a new father. Just go ahead, fudge some tests, do whatever you gotta do. Just make that not be my father.
Take a break when you need to, son. Take a break. Now go! Go! You're not working hard enough!
Take a rest when you need to. Come on, faster! Okay, I'm gonna give you a 5-second water break. Just squirt the bottle into your mouth and try not to choke.
Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah,
I think we helped this guy,
I think so.
even though he didn't ask us.
Have you ever been in a relationship where like you go, man, I don't think I could take this any further because I see what their parent is like?
A little bit.
Like
Not
not even someone you were dating, just somebody you really like. Like say you just happened to meet their parents or you knew their parents before. Do you let that change your judgment of how attracted you feel to another person?
yes and no. So like I've dated girls before, or I've seen people.
Hear that, ladies? He's dated women before. He's willing to date
You
women
won't
again.
be the first. Anyway. You can't take my virginity, ladies. It's already gone.
I have it.
Oh. Anyway, short answer, yes. Long answer, not in a way where I've been like, I don't want to be with this person anymore because of the mom. It's more just I've looked at someone's parents and been like, okay, this is probably what the future will be
I
like.
got some work to do.
No, just this is probably what the future would look like. Maybe, I don't know. This is maybe a good indication, but I'm not less attracted to the person. I'm still just like, all right, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, or like I don't know how to say it any other way than that. It's just like
You're willing to look past it for now.
yeah.
What you got to do in that situation though is you have to look at her relationship with her mother or her father to see what traits she's immediately pulling off. Because there's some people who just don't elicit the same traits as their parents.
And the other thing is, like I'll look at that, and then I'll also look at my parents and be like, all right, so this might be an indication of what I might look like, but also I'm doing this physical activity now, and I don't have any plans to stop. So who knows if I'll look exactly like my parents? Like my dad is bald, and I have a fear that I might go bald, but I do things like I wear a hat when it's super sunny outside. I try to take care of. I try to eat well, so that doesn't. So I get all my essential like vitamins and minerals and nutrients and whatnot, and that I think will help me keep my hair. So I do certain things to kind of adjust for that, and I think you could say the same like when you're in a relationship with someone. Like you can look at the parents and say, all right, I'm not comparing you to your mom because there's no guarantee that you're going to look exactly like this.
Right,
because
your mom is hot, and you're probably not going to look hot in 20 years.
Yeah. Oh, no, because you're eating a double down right now. Oh,
Dude,
stop
that was
it.
the best sandwich ever.
Dude, no. It was
KFC
awful.
double down, breaded chicken, bacon, cheese, breaded chicken.
You ate that shit, right?
Yeah, we all ate it.
Yeah, I was wondering
In
if
our
you were...
friend's basement.
Yeah, God, I hated it so
It was in the same
much.
realm as Octo Stacker. We just did it because we wanted to.
I know.
And then me and that same friend, for my birthday, had a really cute lunch where we ate Octo Stackers together.
If you had... Oh, my God, you had a...
I've done it twice. That's right.
Oh, Jesus, why?
Because
Once wasn't enough?
I did not have enough cholesterol. I'd only clogged up one of the incoming tubes into the heart, so I figured I had to get the other one.
Right, of course, of course.
But that's the thing, like, I can totally do those eating challenges. Like, I try not to overeat a lot, but I can totally, for some reason, like, once in a great blue moon, I can just immediately blow past that. I'm full wall and just take on an eating challenge.
I think if I was dating a girl and she was doing an Octo Stacker But like,
I'd do
or
it
even,
with her.
or even like a double down. Like if it was a challenge sort of thing, like she was doing it with her friends or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
So, like,
no. It has to be a challenge. It can't be like, oh, just had a long day at work. I'm going to relax with Netflix and an Octo Stacker combo.
Yeah, or even a double down. I'd be like, I'm seriously reconsidering.
Oh,
this
no. Those are like
relationship.
delicacy. Like, we're doing it as a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we're going to go do insanity and work it off.
Yeah, or something.
Like, I was in Los Angeles, and I was at a place called Fat Burger.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah. And they have, like, these meal sizes for the burger. And, like, it starts off, it's like, okay, it's a McDonald's patty size. And then there's, like, 8 sizes. But the patty just keeps going up, like, 50% bigger each time. So they end up with one that's, like, literally the size of a goddamn plate. And it's like, yeah, if you eat the whole thing in a half hour, the whole thing's free. So we're sitting there, and I was there for a college class, and we all just kind of looked around. And I was the one who was going to take that bullet and go ahead and do it if we were going to do it. Like, just because you get your picture on the wall, you get a T-shirt, all this cool stuff.
Yeah.
One thing kept me from doing it.
The cute girl judging you?
No, trust me. It was 10:30 in Studio City, California. No judgments. Like,
Okay.
if you're not already, like, in heels at some nightclub getting railed out by a line of Coke.
Oh, this is 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's dark. Like, nothing good happens for the rest of the night in Los Angeles. That's how that city works. Once the sun has gone down, nothing good happens until the sun comes back up and you can see, like, the sea of sadness. But there was a picture on the wall that immediately just reminded me that I can never do this challenge justice. It was Harley Morenstein from
Epic Mealtime.
Yeah, from Epic Mealtime. Out of all the people's faces that could be on the goddamn wall, like, just front and center was Harley Morenstein with the big burger, and he just had the big beard and the sunglasses, and he was like, yeah! And I'm like, you know what? No matter what time I do this in, no matter how much of this I get done, no matter how proud, no matter how cool the T-shirt is, I will never do it justice, because in this location was Harley Morenstein. Like, if he wasn't in that one and it was just like a bunch of Joe Schmoes, I could totally do it. I've only done a couple eating challenges, but it's not like I've only survived a few. I've only entered a few because I've never been anywhere close enough.
Right.
But I'm totally willing to be like the next Man vs. Food. 'Cause, I mean, Adam Rickman's not dead.
Yet.
No, he stopped doing it. He doesn't do it anymore, but he's not dead. All right, you ready for news headlines of the week?
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I don't want to go too long on this. Don't worry, I'm watching my time. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
I work out.
All
All right, so those of you who listened to our first episode, we didn't do it last week, but we did it the week before. We'll see about when we're going to throw this into the show and make it a recurring theme. If you like it, let us know. If you hate it, deal with it.
Yes, too bad.
I'm going to give Tom 5 headlines that either happened in the past couple days or in the past week. Now, Tom will know that I am way more into the news than he is. Tom gets the headlines. He knows what's going on. But I'm more likely to tell Tom something crazy and insane that he otherwise would not have known.
I get my news from Tim.
I just come out of the bedroom and I'm like, Tom, did you hear about this?
It's like, no. And when I was living in Brooklyn and that
fire happened literally blocks from you.
No, actually, I knew about that because my
Okay.
roommate saw it. But it was when that guy
The guy shot the two cops.
shot the cops.
Yeah.
Tragedy. I didn't know about that. That was like a Sunday. I was relaxing.
And that still
reading or
wasn't too
something.
far from you.
No,
Like,
that,
it was
I was in Greenpoint. I think that happened in like Bushwick or something.
Yeah.
So it's still Brooklyn.
that was like a bordering neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
no,
maybe
it's
it was
not
on the other side of
bordering.
it.
But anyway, yeah. So I'm really bad at the news. That's basically what this boils
And
down
for
to.
me, I love a news story where the headline carries weight. Now, that's the thing. I hate news companies in general because that's how they make their money. Like when you watch your 30-minute newscast, they throw all those cutesy headlines that make you go, oh my gosh, really? But if you're reading on the internet, you're not confined to a 30-minute time period. So that's when I'll go in and I'll look up all these crazy shit because guess what? If you think these stories are isolated to like the last year, you're wrong. These have happened in the last like 4 or 5 days. And that just tells you the insane shit that is happening in this nation. Are you ready, Tom?
America. Yeah.
All right. Number 1. Man in a Texas grocery store guzzles stolen wine and then smuggles sushi in his pants.
Wait, this happened at a gas station?
No, it happened at a grocery store.
Grocery store. Okay.
He steals wine from the grocery store, goes in the
Yep.
bathroom, drinks it, the
then
entire bottle,
smuggles sushi.
and then puts sushi in his pants.
All right, man. That's gonna be some salty fish.
Number 2. A 52-year-old Louisiana man is arrested after masturbating in a driveway. Guess what? It's the 3rd time this week he's been arrested for it. See, it was funny until I said it happened 3 times this week, and he's been arrested 3 times.
Oh my
this
god!
week.
It's just like I just can't
a
stop taking
habitual
my dick out on the yard.
It's its own driveway, to be fair.
Yeah, but it's like, all right, I can only get off when I'm in my driveway at 12:25 p.m. and
He's got like a Pavlov's dog thing where it's just
the
like
sun needs to be in the right position.
the sun
wind
sinks
needs-
just enough, and all of a sudden it's time to come.
Yeah, that's the only way I can come. Sorry, officer.
Like our balcony.
I gotta get my nut.
Our balcony porch thing is still ours, but we can't masturbate off it.
Oh.
You got to stop masturbating off it.
No one. I haven't been arrested 3 times yet. Only once.
Yeah, but you learned. This guy didn't.
Yeah, right. He just couldn't learn. He's just like, oh, maybe it's because I was in like this part of the driveway. I needed to be in this part, and then they can't arrest me. Next day, they still arrest him. It's like, fuck, what am I doing wrong? How can I get away with this? Maybe if I slow jerk it instead of going fast, they'll somehow...
It depends on if it's under the pants or just blatant dick out.
Right.
Because then you can just stand there and be like, nah, it's a sweaty day.
It's like
I'm just scratching my balls.
He just tried to masturbate every which way, and it's like, yeah, surely I won't get caught this time. Oh no, it's the police. What up? It's the sound of the police.
Like my worry is how long into the police rolling up on this driveway does he stop masturbating? Like, do they have to take his hand off his dick to put him in cuffs? Or is he just like, oh, were you masturbating again, Jim? Yeah, you caught me.
What if he does it? What if he does it just so that in the hopes that someone will tase him right as he comes? Just, I don't know if that would be euphoric, but maybe it would be.
I don't think you would know the difference.
I've never been tased, so I don't know.
I'm willing to be tased.
Yeah, you're willing to be tased while coming?
I think the first leads to the second being involuntary.
I just imagine.
I'm just enjoying this so much.
I just imagine like he's about to nut, and then they tase him, and just like, yeah, it's like the reason like people do. Oh, here come the police. What up? It's the sound of the police.
You Cracker Jack.
Oh, whatever. And he masturbated too hard. He ripped some skin.
Where did it go?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's an ambulance.
Anyway, I lost my funny train of thought. So let's go on to the next one.
Toronto homeless man arrested for throwing rats at bicyclists.
How did he catch the rats?
He's homeless. He probably lives with them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's, yeah.
I think out of all the people in Toronto, those are the people I would expect to throw rats.
If you're that dirty, then I guess maybe the rats like aren't afraid of you, or like they'll come to you.
This is insane. An ambulance just went one way. Now we got a fire truck coming. No, wait. No, it's another ambulance going. Oh, that's a full-on fire truck.
It was a fire truck.
That was a full-on fire truck.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, those are the people I'd expect to have rats throwing at people. Well, not throwing them at people, but I expect they're, like, the closest thing to rats.
Right.
Not with rats. I meant two as in distance, not like
did you know,
genealogic scale.
Yeah, actually, did you know that genetically we're very close to rats?
We're not.
We are.
That's why they test things on rats and monkeys and dogs.
And mice.
Yeah. Number 4. Oregon man arrested for cutting women's hair on the bus and then putting glue on their head.
Like he cuts the hair and then tries to glue it back on?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm imagining like, who was that bad guy in Silence of the Lambs? Not Hannibal Lecter. Buffalo Bill, was it?
Yeah, Buffalo Bob.
Buffalo somebody. That's who I'm imagining doing this. Like a very mild Buffalo Bill.
Just riding behind people on the bus cutting some hair.
Yep. Like, would you cut my hair? I'd cut my hair.
It puts the lotion on the scalp.
It puts the glue on the scalp.
Woof. So you don't feel any resentment to that one?
I mean, it's weird.
You just didn't have any jokes really other than Buffalo Bill.
Sorry, I wasn't feeling very funny.
Number 5, the last one. A drone in Ohio flies into a prison courtyard, drops drugs, and then a fight ensues.
That is real. I heard about that. I saw that headline.
All right, so now it's down to a 20%.
I got so excited.
Tom finally heard a news story before I told it to him.
Yay!
To the point where I saw this yesterday, and I'm like, if we're going to do a podcast, I can't tell him about that one.
Right. So, quick question. Because I remember, well, last time we played this, it was like the Texas Man and the Snake, but that one was fake.
No, whichever one is in there is not anything that I recall happening. It's just one I blatantly put together.
Okay. I was wondering if like just a tiny detail was changed.
Oh,
and
no.
that's why it was
Like,
fake.
the one that I made up for this is one so obscure I don't think I've pulled it from anything.
Okay.
So to my knowledge, the one that is false is 100% false.
Just to recap, with the guy in the
Yeah,
grocery store.
Yeah, no. I'll run through them again. The 4, since you already know about the Ohio one being true.
Yep.
Number 1, man in a Texas grocery store guzzles stolen wine and then smuggles sushi into his pants. Mm-hmm. Number 2, a 52-year-old Louisiana man was arrested after masturbating in his driveway for third time that week. Number 3, a Toronto homeless male arrested for throwing rats at bicyclists. And number 4, Oregon man arrested for cutting women's hair on the bus and then putting glue on their head.
I'm going to say masturbation is fake. I mean, masturbation is real, but that story is fake.
Well, Tom, in a stroke of bad luck, you are incorrect.
Damn it. Which one was it? The first one?
The Toronto homeless man.
Oh, I thought that one sounded so plausible.
That's why I think, I just thought, man, if anybody has a rat, it's a homeless man. And who would he throw it at? Cars? I don't know. Cops? No, that's kind of incorrect. Throws it at bicyclists. Why not? They're going slow enough.
Yeah. You can see that.
So
like,
I made
he's
that
just
one
trying
up.
to knock them off the bike.
So, yeah, it was like a 24-year-old Texas man who went into an H-E-B store, which is a bit like Wegmans.
Okay.
And took some wine, drank the wine in the bathroom, and then threw some sushi.
I would not want to have that sushi. I like sushi. We should get sushi sometime, but not from a man's
I've had
pants.
sushi once in a grocery store. No,
In a grocery store.
in
To
my
be fair,
pants.
this really drunk guy gave it to me.
He pulled it right out of his pocket.
It was
I think.
it was really salty. I didn't really know why at the
It
time.
tasted like. Never mind.
There
No,
was
it,
hair
I,
on it, but
I
I
actually
didn't think much of it.
I think I had a California roll in a dining hall in college.
I'm so bad. I'm so sushi
Inexperienced. There you go.
Yeah, like I know that I like it. I just don't know the names of rolls. Like I don't know what a California roll is.
I literally felt like a foreign exchange student going to the cafeteria, and they're like, "Oh yeah, today's cheeseburger day," and they're like, "Oh my god, cheeseburgers! That's a big part of American culture." And then you get a cheeseburger from the dining hall. Like, just think of your expectation level and then down. Like, that's how I felt eating this California roll. I'm just like, I put it all in my mouth, and the first thought was, how can I get this all out of my mouth without everybody around me who loves sushi being offended? Like, without them even thinking, Tim's an asshole. I just expected, I put it in my mouth, I'm like, this is big in my mouth. I'm going to try and chew. And I'm going to try and get into some pieces and swallow it.
You know what's really good is tempura, like something that's been kind of fried, like has fried shrimp or something in it, because you get that crunch.
I'm not a big fan of shrimp.
But
I've only had shrimp once, and I had way too much of it and threw it up on a bar.
Gross. Just oh god.
It was great. Super Bowl. Go Ravens.
Alrighty. Anyway.
All right, I think that does it for tonight's show.
Alrighty, sounds good.
All right, now remember, if you have any questions, concerns, things that you need advised from Tom and I, your certified life coaches.
I would love that as a real job.
It's not.
Hey, if anyone has any hookups for sponsors, send them our way. I want to get paid for this shit.
I don't want to get paid for this so much as I want things like MeUndies to send me free undies.
That would be dope too. Or Nature Box to start sending us snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like underwear and snacks. We'll let you have each a half of the show.
So I know we only have 10 viewers or 10 listeners, but if you got the hookup, call up your boys. It's your boys.
Any inquiries you can send to neverhaveievershow@gmail.com or visit our Tumblr page, which I believe is neverhaveievershow.tumblr.com. Send it into the ask box. I'll find it. Not into the ask box.
I was about to say the
into
ass
the
box.
ask box.
Send it into our friend Garrett's asshole. It's an infinite void.
If you can reach past the hair and get to it, all to you. But, yeah, any questions, advice, things you need us to help you out with, we're willing to help because it's not our lives. And, Tom?
Yeah.
Until next time, Kids, keep your fingers in the air.
Don't put them down. All right, reverse.